Hey guys, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit. I hope you guys are doing really good. Welcome to the weekend astrology and tarot reading for the 2nd of July through the 4th of July. For those in the States, hope you guys have a really good 4th of July weekend, okay? So for those of you who are just interested in the tarot reading, it will be timestamped below either by me or by one of my subscribers. Thank you guys for who do that. By the way, I really appreciate it. It actually does take some time to do that, so I do appreciate that. So if you just want the tarot reading, go ahead to the timestamp. If you're here for astrology, we're going to be doing the astrology first. So let's get into it. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that I talk about some aspects that will be with us throughout the year. I don't talk about them in detail every video. I talk about them every 7 days or so. So it's I think the last one I did was the 28th of June is the last time I talked about that. So go ahead and check that out. I also might be changing how I'm doing the astrology videos. I might be. I don't know. I'm sitting with it for right now. But two aspects that we've had for quite a while are Saturn square Uranus and Neptune sextile Pluto. Not going to talk about that a lot today, but just know that these are energies that have been with us for most of the year. Saturn square Uranus is really doing a lot for us for 2021. In my opinion, that whole aspect is really just the theme of 2021 of learning how to adapt to restriction, learning how to kind of find your own way independently from homogenous thinking. I guess that's the best way to say that. Homogenous thinking, or having society put pressure on you to be a certain way and not be who you are authentically, so that you can finally just accept who you are, right? It is also a big social justice energy as things are constantly changing and shifting with the political climate, with government, with economy, and that sort of thing, so that we can start ushering in new ways of doing things, right? So that's a big theme of this year. But this aspect really hits home mostly on feeling disempowered and trying to reclaim your power back as an individual. Two other aspects that I actually talked about the last couple videos has to do with Mars and Leo. Mars is in Leo and Venus is in Leo as well. They will be exact conjunct. They're conjunct right now, but they'll be exact conjunct about July 13th or 14th or so, depending on where you are in the world. As we build up towards that energy, it's going to be this continued, powerful, creative, driven energy that we're all harnessing. And like I said, it'll be peaking about mid-July. But Mars is actually opposing Saturn. It's retrograding in Aquarius, and square Uranus. So the aspect that I talked about before about Saturn being square Uranus, really being highlighted by Mars and Leo. Mars and Leo is giving us this drive and fire and determination to fight any repressed feelings we have, to fight any ways we've been restricting ourselves, to allow ourselves to be very creative, to allow ourselves to honor our own talents, our own gifts, our own skill set, and to be able to express that very comfortably and confidently, and to be in the spotlight and be okay just being who we are. So a lot of drive there. So those are those two aspects. Now, keep in mind, actually before I move on, keep in mind Mars with Saturn, Uranus energy can create conflict. It can create chaos. It can create this need to fight, and especially if you feel challenged. And so if anybody's challenging you as you're expressing who you are and accepting who you are, being comfortable with that, learning to be comfortable with that, you might have a larger tendency to fight them back. You might have a larger tendency to really stand up for yourself, which is not a bad thing by any means. But just know that people might be a little bit more on edge and be ready to kind of back at you if they feel like you're kind of encroaching on their sovereignty at all. Even if you don't mean to, just know that that could be present. Also with Mars and Leo in these aspects, there is also this balancing out of selflessness versus selfishness, and finding that balance between honoring your own sovereignty and not stepping all over anybody else's, right? And vice versa, not letting someone else's sovereignty step all over yours. Cool. Now, for the weekend, Sun. I'm looking at it, it's the sun symbol. Sun is in Cancer and will be sextile Uranus. We also have Mercury in Gemini square Neptune. So with these two aspects, it's kind of interesting because with the sun in Cancer, especially as it moves into the 10-12 degrees, we're getting into a Cancer Scorpio Deacon a little bit. There's such an emphasis on intuition. There's such an emphasis on understanding your truth at an emotional level, and that whatever you are feeling is truth. And just because it's not being validated by your external reality doesn't make it less true. So with Mercury being square Neptune, that's where that challenge of is it being proven in your external reality comes in, and the challenge of that, right? So if you're feeling something or sensing something, it doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't mean it's not completely untrue. But with Mercury being square Uranus, you might not see proof of that in your physical reality. It might be more like, well, what is the logic here? Where's the evidence? Where's the facts behind what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing? And that can create a little bit of a struggle for you, but it's also to highlight how your understanding of truth might need to change, or how your understanding of truth is in a state of flux, or is changing, and what truth actually is, and helping all of us kind of redefine that. With the sun being sextile Uranus, this is kind of funky too, because Uranus and Taurus is causing a lot of change when it comes to how we have stability, right? Also when it comes to like agriculture and earth and food and all of that, but we're not talking about that right now. Actually, some of you might start growing your own food. Sorry. So when I do astrology stuff, sometimes my guides give me little like messages to give you guys. I was about to say like, I'm not going to talk about the food part, but actually with this aspect, some of you might feel inclined to start actually growing your own food at home, or like really prioritizing that. I'm getting a lot of health vibes, actually. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of health vibes with this. As Uranus is causing change to what we view as structure, what we view as stability, what we identify as true stability, that identity, that attachment to structure and stability is always changing with this aspect, right? With Uranus being in Taurus. That change is facilitating emotional security with being at home, emotional security with being alone. It's also facilitating finding truth within and not through the external. That's also because Jupiter and Neptune are in Pisces, and they're both retrograding right now. So I talked about this a little bit in the Bomispirit episode I did a little while back, and I talked about this very heavily in the live chat I did for Bomispirit Uncut on Patreon about what I've been calling the void. So for the month of, well, actually for Cancer season, really, because it's from June 25th to like July 28th-ish, where Jupiter and Neptune are both retrograding in Pisces, and then Jupiter moves into Aquarius. That retrograde Piscean energy with those planets takes us into a very, very deep void space within ourselves. And while we're in this void space, a lot of truth comes to us from within and not externally. And so if a lot of us are still focusing on the external, we might have some challenge there. But with the sun being sextile Uranus, the change to what we identify as security, what we identify as stability and structure and money, the way we always have supported ourselves, the way we've always survived in the world as a society, while that shit is changing, this can actually bring a lot of illumination and answers to you and clarity to you about where you're at in your personal life, where you're at in your personal structure of things, where you're at when it comes to your home, where you're at when it comes to your personal finances. But that's only going to come from within with all of this. That's only going to come if you're spending time in the void and you're not looking to the external for those answers. It's finding your own personal truth. And like I said, with Mercury being square Neptune, it's also what truth really is. Is it what you read in a book? Is it what is just told to you or programmed to you as truth? Is it just something, facts written down on a piece of paper? Whatever truth is to you, it's understanding truth on a whole other level. And so these aspects really highlight that. And Mercury being square Neptune, it's also highlighting how being in your mind, being in your head, can get the best of you, and can actually cause a lot of illusion. So if you're getting caught up in your head about things over the weekend, just know that it's Mercury being square Neptune, and that, again, it's just highlighting to you where real truth really comes from. It is individual, and it does come a very deep place within yourself, within your soul, within your energy, within your consciousness, within your being. And truth is not always what is fed to you from other people. Okay? I know that was a lot, but there it is. Okay, so now let's talk about the moon. Let's focus on the moon a little bit. So as you guys know, the moon changes every 2 to 3 days, like changes signs. So we're starting out with the moon being in Aries about mid-degrees. Looks like Aries 16 degrees is when I was looking at it, starting on the 2nd. And we shift into Taurus by the end of the weekend, also about mid-degree range. We got a kitty cat. Clyde, come here. I can hear him, but I'm like, hey, buddy. Sorry, guys. Hi. Okay. So, hold on. Hey, Come on. I'm working. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, sorry. So, let's talk about the moon. As we shift from Aries to Taurus, the moon being in Aries has been really good for us when it comes to working with Venus and when it comes to working with Mars, where the moon being in Aries is that push for independence. It's that push and drive to express yourself, to be confident in expressing yourself and not let anybody pretty much get in your way or not let anybody stop you. Moon in Aries is also very proactive energy that could be feeding off of Mars and Venus, fire, Leo energy. So it's been really nice, right? And then we shift to Taurus, where the focus is shifting a little bit more on cementing those feelings, right? Cementing those feelings and cementing anything that we have started during the moon in Aries. Because when the moon is in Aries, it's a great time to start getting proactive, start having more initiative and starting new projects or making moves or changes or whatever have you, okay? Especially because we're in a constant state of flux lately. So now this focus is going to be on cementing those things and how to cement those things. Again, your personal sense of security, right? It's like what that looks like, what that means, how to keep sustaining these really good feelings and how to keep sustaining your new stuff. It's really nice. So another thing that I want to mention is all these aspects that the moon is creating through the weekend. I'm not going to rattle them off because it's a lot, because it is looking at a whole weekend of moon aspects. So I'm just going to say this. From the beginning of the weekend, we have the moon playing off of Mercury and Jupiter. I have all my notes here. Playing off of Mercury and Jupiter and Pluto. And this creates even more of an energy of really fighting and standing for what you want to do. And if anything from your past has contributed to you feeling repressed, talking about all those Mars aspects, right? Has contributed to you feeling repressed or repressing yourself or being restricted, you have recently been working through those issues of repression and restriction of things, right? Anything that's kept you from being a really full, realized human being or full, realized, authentic self, this is going to be ebb and flow. We go through phases of this, right? But this is a big phase right now of discovering aspects that you really have been blind to before or you've been kept from. So coming back, any of that stuff that's gotten in your way that contributed to you being in that restricted, repressed state over anything, if that comes back up again to you, or if people start treating you the way they've treated you before, or expecting you to be repressed still, or expecting you to be restricted still, you're going to be very challenging to them. You're going to really not be okay with it. Like, you're really going to say something. I am getting a lot of throat chakra energy as I'm talking about this. You might actually really vocally stand up for yourself in a way that people are not used to, okay? Because you are also going to be a little bit more you're going to be a little bit more short-tempered, I'll say it that way, short-tempered in the beginning of the weekend compared to the end of the weekend. So now as we move into this moon Taurus energy and towards the end of the weekend, the moon will be playing out aspects with the sun, with Venus, with Saturn, and with Uranus. Again, I'm not going to go into details about those individual aspects. Just know there's a few things going on here. So first of all, there's a lot of focus on the home coming in as I'm talking about this, and I'm getting channelings about this. There's a lot of focus on coming in around the home. How to make your home facilitate your new level of independence. Some of you, it's about making your home stable enough and create the right physical, I'm also getting aesthetic environment to facilitate like meditation time. Because again, we're in the void until like the end of July, personal voids, right? To facilitate that alone time, to facilitate that quiet time, to facilitate that time of going within, to keep having clarity come up for you, to keep pursuing spiritual growth and allow that growth to just happen in a natural way. You need the right environment to do so. So I'm getting a lot of focusing and importance put on that. I'm actually also getting friction with people. With square Venus and Leo. There's going to be more friction with people who don't take you seriously. Okay? People who don't take you seriously, or people who are fighting too much for their own spotlight or fighting too much for their own space, and it actually starts to cringe on your sovereignty. A lot more friction will be coming up there. You're just not going to be having it. Some of you, it's also going to be like towards the end of Saturday and beginning of Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. There's also going to be this focus on like, let me get back to practical matters for a minute, and then I'm going to get back to being creative. Let me get focused on my money. Let me get some shit right. Let me get some shit in order so I can relax and go within. So I can go and just be. So some of you are going to experience that shift as well. yeah, by the end of the weekend, just a lot of establishing your new foundations, your new structure of things. Anything that will facilitate your spiritual growth, anything that will facilitate your creativity, anything that will facilitate you being able to live a life where you are fully in your sovereignty and no one's going to infringe on that for with you. Yeah. There's going to be more of a draw towards the heart as well. And your intuition. I keep getting it's like really facilitating spiritual growth and psychic awareness and intuition, nurturing that, creating the right environment for that. But I'm also getting just a big draw to the heart space. Yeah, again, staying out of the head. Staying out of the head is going to be super important. And staying in the heart space, staying in that emotional space, staying in the space of feeling, not thinking. Staying in the space of feeling, not thinking. Even if you have to go into practical matters, not getting so bogged down or caught up in logistics of practical matters, and learning how to really stay in tune with feeling as you're doing those things. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the cards. Hey guys, so let's go ahead and start the reading. So keep in mind this reading is general and timeless. There could be something in here for you. I'm reading for the collective, but I also read for, thousands of people. And at the end, I will do elemental advice by the elements. And if I'm feeling called to do a reading for light workers and healers, then I will. That's not going to be an every time thing, okay? But let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, I'm hearing practical. I like it though. It's like, I like it. It's really holding on to the importance of fun and the importance of creating, the importance of also being out and about and expressive and open. But then okay, but this shit is still important. Taking care of the home, taking care of money, practicality, that's still very important, because if that shit's taken care of and is maintained, then this shit's gonna get taken care of and be maintained as well. So I'm like that. It's just a big energy that I'm still in with you guys with this. All right, we'll do Energy Oracle. We'll start with Energy Oracle. For those of you who don't know, the deck that is. Okay. Any messages for the collective? Again, this doesn't have to pertain to the astrology of the day or the weekend or anything like that. Any messages for the collective? Any messages for the collective, please? Yeah, try really hard to stay out of the head as much as possible. Some of you might feel like you're getting confused. That's what they're telling me. Some of you guys might feel like you're getting really confused over the weekend. And again, it's a fight between the head and the heart. But again, it's just stay out of the head. Just stay out of the head. If you can feel yourself, if you can feel, and your intuition, your instincts are there, especially your instincts. They're saying instincts are really important too. You'll know whatever it is you need to know. Don't get caught up in your head. You're going to overthink, and then you're going to get stuck in some illusionary, confusing place. So just stay out of the head. Use your senses. Moon in Taurus is also amplifies the senses as well, like your physical senses, like sight, taste, and all of that stuff. But because we have so much water going on with Cancer and Pisces, and also the sun being in a Cancer Scorpio decan, intuition's very present still. Don't lose sight of the excitement. Sorry, this is coming up too. Don't lose sight of the excitement that you've been in when the weekend starts to close out. Don't lose that, especially if you've been if you have ideas that came up throughout the weekend, or between Wednesday, Friday, or this week, whatever. If you've had ideas come up that you really are excited about, don't lose that as you start to try to set it up practically in your 3D reality or your physical reality. Don't lose the excitement. That's part of what's fueling you. See, at least it's in reverse. At least it's in reverse. Yeah, okay. Yeah, rest and rejuvenation. Again, stay out of your head. Just stay out of your head and stay in feeling, and you will be fine. Rest and rejuvenation I see as like a Four of Swords energy. So you might need to take some time out or time away from people to maintain this, to stay in feeling, but also start to take care of practical matters a little bit more. With Deceit in reverse with rest and rejuvenation, this is also an energy of, how do I say this? Of having clarity come to you. Get out of your head, get out of illusion, let the clarity come to you. And like I said, as we're in the void space from the end of June to the end of July, it's about most Cancer season, it's a time to really be in a meditative state. It's a time to really be within, in your inner void, and that is where you will find a lot of truth. That's where you're going to have a lot of self-discovery and a lot of spiritual growth at this time. Any other messages for the collective? Patience. Nice. Patience is like the Temperance card to me in this deck on a lot of levels. It is also a card of divine timing. I feel like you guys have had a lot of bouts of frustration. I don't feel like it's present. I feel like this is like the last month or two, a lot of frustration. And I can feel it. It's been coming from this need to have stability. It's been coming from this need to have consistency, but because we're literally in this long-term energy of constant flux and change and having the sense that things are not stable, we are deep down really needing that sense of security, right? And with the moon coming into Taurus at the end of the weekend, we're going to feel that emotionally, right? It's going to take us to that place of really needing that to feel okay. But I feel like we have it. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like that's really just a state of being and a state of mind. It's like we do have it and we're fine and everything's okay. And any clarity that you need to have, you will have if you take the time to go within and be within and like be in a quiet space, not be around a shit ton of people all the time or be around your phone all the time or distractions. Like give yourself that space, give yourself that silence, and any clarity you need will come to you. And some of you, it's clarity that has been long sought out. But everything happens in the time it needs to happen too. So try to not get frustrated through all of this process. Nice, very nice. There's some creative energy. Oh, very nice. Any other messages for the collective, please? Okay, so now we have the sacral chakra with Archangel Ariel. And then we have the world. I haven't seen that card in a long time. This is awesome. This is that creative energy. This is that creative force. This is also being very comfortable, being very self-expressive. It's not just self-expressive through your voice. It's through your being. How do I want to dress today? What kind of energy am I in? Am I going to make myself small? Am I going to restrict my energy around people? Am I going to not put this on or put that on because I'm worried what people will say or whatever? It's not just, self-expression is not just what you say, it is all of who you are. So again, learning to be very comfortable with that. And if you're able to move deep within yourself, okay, and discover parts of yourself, have that self-discovery, there's going to be stuff that comes up that's really going to get you excited about the possibilities of what you're capable of and what you can do and what you can create. With the world being there, it's literally limitlessness. Go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go do what you want to do. It's also indicating the start of a major new cycle for a lot of you. This is potential energy. So this might not happen to all of you. Depends on how we use this energy. But this is potential. This is potential. This is here for the taking. Overall, we have man holding a coin. Ooh, we got man holding a heart. The garden and the gate. Interesting. With indecision. Oh, yep, I knew it. Door to value. So. How do we make our creations a reality? What we want to create, how do we make that a reality? What we really want, we really desire, how do we make that a reality? All this masculine energy in the overall, that's what masculine energy does. The feminine creates, The masculine makes sure it can happen. The feminine gets that intuition, gets that driving force of creative energy and flow in life. The masculine has to make sure it can actually happen. So this is your masculine energy. Could it be someone that you're dealing with in the external? Of course it could be. Of course it could be. I am not the tarot reader who's here to tell you there's a karmic and there's a third party and, you know, they're doing this and they're doing that. Yeah, I'm not that tarot reader. Okay. I'm not gonna feed you the same story, like all those stories over and over. I'm not that tarot reader. I'm just here to deliver the truth. I'm just here to deliver this message. We all have masculine energy, we all have feminine energy, and here is your personal masculine energy within yourself, regardless of your gender. And with indecision and guarding the gates, there has been this insecurity about safety. Just exactly what I was saying. That sense of impatience, that sense of frustration and restlessness, of constantly chasing some sense of stability, predictability, being okay, feeling okay, feeling okay. The masculine energy within yourself is what drives you to feel secure. That's masculine. So there's been some things you've been wanting to take action on, or even feeling like you need to bring something into your reality, or there's something in your life that, or something you've wanted to have in your life that you feel you don't have, wanting to have that in your physical reality. You will get the clarity you need, because for some of you, well, I'm not gonna say for some of you, for most of you, the tools to make that happen you haven't possessed or haven't been aware of that you possess. Whatever self-discovery you're going to go into, you're going to discover a whole other level of truth about yourself, a whole other level of truth about the world that you're living in and what you're capable of, and also what you want. And that's going to help you break through the indecision. That's going to help you break through with that. So again, if you've been struggling to take action on anything, or to make something solid, to make something rooted, to give something a ground or foundation to sustain itself on, it has been because it's your masculine energy not feeling like you could do it, or feeling like it's not safe to tread there. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. You're going to discover how you can. Whether it's discovering something about yourself, or discovering about something that you want, or just discovering a new way. Hold on, I need some water. Underneath indecision, we have door to value and action. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't even need to describe this energy. It's like, it's super clear. It's literally walking through the door of value and just being proactive and making it happen. Again, it's not that you... Oh, sorry, guys. I really feel like the answer in being able to do this, getting past this feeling of it's not safe to do that or I can't do that, it really just lies within discovering whatever it is you need to discover in this meditative void-like space. It's self-discovery. That's all it is. Self-discovery. And with patience, I really feel like it is a divine timing thing, because you can't really do this. You can't really do this. You can't really attain this until you have all the skills to do so. Until you have the know-how to do so. Until you have the energy to do so, until you understand how to maintain it, right? How to maintain whatever it is you're trying to create or bring into this world. And with man holding a coin and man holding a heart, I love that. I love that. That's a great combination, because it's your heart, it's your passion, it's your drive, but with practicality, with resources and hard work, the physical side of things. Yeah. So it is basically everything I was kind of getting at. But this weekend, like I said, it's just going to be the flow from the fun and excitement and the very, very creative and strongly independent energy to, oh, let me actually do something with this. Let me try to actually solidify this. Let me see if I can give this legs. Let me see if I can give this roots, and what changes I need to do to make that happen. Along with that is going to be making sure that you create an environment for yourself where you can meditate, an environment for yourself where you can really be with yourself and in silence and in quiet to let any clarity and truth come to you that you need. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be super clear. I really don't want to clarify. It's gonna be super clear. We'll look at patience. We'll see if anything is coming up with patience, and then we'll pull advice. I'm gonna do the Light Seers Tarot. What about patience? What about patience? Strength with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel restraint. I feel like that's restraint. This is restraint from investment. Restraint from work. Yeah, this is holding back on investing. Holding back on work. Talking about patience. Again, it's just like, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Ooh, really, I'm really gonna try to make this shit real for myself. It's that kind of like, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy. Queen of Cups, again, it's that emotional energy, it's intuition. It's also creativity, and I'm getting a lot of creativity as well. This is something you feel really strongly about. It's like you really feel this in your bones, and you really just know that you are supposed to be getting serious about something. Yeah, I'll put it that way. Getting serious about whatever's been getting you excited, whatever kind of like fun is awaiting you, that you can bring to life and bring into this world. But yeah, you're like, I don't know if I can go there. Like, I don't know if I can invest like that. I can't invest like that. I can't invest like that. Tell me more about patience. Yeah, Chariot in reverse. So holding yourself back. Holding yourself back to have that time with yourself, to have that time with your feeling, your sensing, your intuition, your inner knowing, to get the answers and clarity you need. In order to really work through this energy of I can't go there, I can't go there. And then that's when the masculine energy is going to come in and take over. And this is all within. Tell me more about patience. It's getting hot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the fan on. I kept it off because it kept blowing my hair in my face. But it's hot. It's hot. It's hot. Also, the light's like starting to come in. Come back over here. Come right on to me. Oh. Okay. That feels really good. And actually, I'm going to close this curtain. It's just too hot. And now I'm starting to get blinded. I don't have to be so short. Okay. Whew, already feel better. All right. Let's get back to patience. Tell me more about patience. Yeah, time to get serious about something. Like, sorry, now I'm getting like a real like kind of like ball buster vibe. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe some of us have guides that are a little bit of ball busters, but it's like, yeah, you really want that, you're really excited about that, then just do it. It's time to do it. It's time to do it. Discover, like, dig deep within yourself. Have that alone time with yourself so that you can see that you're really capable of doing this. Overall, we have 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, 9 of Cups in reverse. I see, with the World in reverse. This is like, these are feelings of dreams lost, dreams shattered, wasted time, wasted effort. You might have felt like you've attempted creating before, or that you've attempted to grow and nurture something or really invest in something to give it a foundation, and that it just didn't work out. But I think a lot of you, it's just a fear, it's just an insecurity of why you're like, yeah, I can't go there, I can't go there, I can't go there. World in reverse, it's time to just close that cycle out. It's time to close out those feelings. It's time to be rid of those feelings, face those feelings, which you're only going to do by going within. You're going to realize the illusion of that way of thinking. You're going to realize where that really comes from. And that there is a time and a place for everything, and the time is now to really bring to life what it is you need to bring to life. Discover yourself fully, be that fully realized person, and go for it. After that, we've got the freaking Eight of Wands. Go for it. It's time to go for it. It's time to go for it. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Time to get serious. Time to do it. But again, you really can only do this until you spend time with yourself and explore these feelings, explore what else about you that you didn't realize was actually there, your skill set that you didn't know was there, your capabilities you didn't know was there, or just parts of yourself you didn't know was there. Get rid of all the stuff that's been programmed into you that is not yours, right? Oh, sorry guys, hold on. Yeah, and these fears and feelings of dreams shattered or dreams lost or disappointment or wasted time, wasted money, time to close that out. Some of you, it's like, yes, this is, I've been doing I gave you the astrology for the weekend. And yes, the weekend is going to shift this focus into more serious, like, kind of tone of like, all right, put your money where your mouth is, make this shit happen. But this energy is going to also be the energy that we have for Cancer season while we're in this void space, right, of being within and having the self-discovery. All right, so just so you guys know. All right, let's pull some advice. I'm gonna do, let's do Gaia Oracle. That was really nice. I really like Gaia Oracle. We're gonna do that. Oh, my throat. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, man. I can feel that there's like some people watching that want to make this about romance. I can feel that. I can feel that so strongly. There are so many other things to worry about in life, including yourself. Including yourself. Romance comes when it's supposed to. When it's right. When it's the best time. There's bigger things going on right now. And I don't mean to sound mean. I don't mean to, and I'm not like being judgmental by any means. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Like your soul is kind of important. Like your soul growth is kind of important. Any advice? Who am I doing first? Fire, air, water, or earth? It's funny. I want to focus on air. I don't know why with air signs I'm feeling a very timid energy. I'm feeling a very timid energy. So I'm gonna focus on air signs. I almost like want to, like, it almost feels like air signs are in a corner and I want to like pull them out. Air signs. Any advice on air signs? For Gemini. Oh. We've got Goddess of Creation. Very nice. I like that. I'm going to read all of these, by the way. Transformation, creativity, and wholeness. I see why you guys are in a corner, because you guys are within. It's very nice. I like it. I like it. You're in a cocoon right now. You're becoming a butterfly. That's the advice. Be in a cocoon. Be in a cocoon. Be in the corner if you need to. Be within yourself if you need to. There's beautiful things happening there for my air sign. So if you're not doing that, do that. I'm going to go ahead and read that one. It's funny, I was like, I want to pull you out. You might have a lot of people trying to pull you out of that. It's time for you to chill out and let go of rigid and fixed ideas. Relax and take time out to just be. You really have been trying too hard lately and are taking things far too seriously. This has blocked your creativity and caused your energy levels to be low. You probably tell yourself that you don't have time to relax, but you must make the time. Make this a priority and you will find that an interesting transformation takes place. Your creativity will increase and you'll feel revitalized by a newfound sense of purpose and inspiration. Your mind may be telling you that relaxation is a futile waste of time, yet the opposite is true. Relaxation will slow down your thoughts and open your heart. It is fuel for the soul that will have a positive flow on effect for your entire being. Your well-being is of paramount importance, so do not take it for granted. Without it, nothing else really matters. I like it. You're cocooning. Keep cocooning, air signs. And if you're not, cocoon. Cocoon. It'll be really good for you. All right. Fire, earth, or water? Earth. We're going to do earth. Any advice for my Cappies, Virgos, and Tauruses? Any advice for my earth signs for Capricorn, Tauruses, and Virgos? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was pulling on the camera. My bad. Okay. Not gonna take those. It doesn't feel right. For earth signs, please. I do feel like something slow is happening with my earth signs, like almost like a slow progression is happening. Oh, nice. Eternal dance. Movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. And then we have rising above, clarity, freedom, and solution. There is something kind of slow happening here. I like that. It's like, it's just kind of falling into this place of acceptance and adaptability that things are not moving at a super fast rate. And that is okay. And that is okay. It's like, I can feel, it's like some of you guys just need to stop, learn to stop trying to force and control things to be a certain way, or just trying to constantly, it's almost like living in like a very forced routine is kind of what I'm getting. You're like living in a forced routine, and it's like learning to just drop that. And if something's happening slow, it's just happening slow. And that's just how it needs to be for right now. And that feels really nice. And I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of success for you guys. And a lot of happiness too. A lot of happiness. Let's read these. The lady featured on this card feels completely at one with nature. She is in tune with the rhythm of the earth and her changing cycles. She does not resist the forces of nature, but moves gracefully with the wind. Yet through her body sways with the wind. She is not swayed from her path, for her feet are firmly planted in the earth. She remains poised, dignified, and balanced. She has shown up in your reading today to help you loosen up and feel the rhythm of life. You'll benefit greatly if you allow yourself to be a bit more flexible. Be open to new ideas. Accept that this is natural for things to change. Do not resist life's natural flow. If the path you are on seems to be all uphill, then find another way. There are many ways to get where you want to go, so find the way that offers the least resistance. Life does not need to be as difficult as you are making it. It is often easier to dance your way through rather than try to push your way through. Try it. Again, I keep getting that something is moving very slow, but that's okay. But that's okay. It's still movement. Rising above. The white dove depicted on this card flies high above the earth and is able to see things from a higher perspective. She suggests that you do the same. You cannot do this physically, but you can do it mentally by disconnecting emotionally from the present situation. No matter what the situation is, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Get out of the head. Get out of the head. You are currently too close to see things clearly. A simple solution exists. This will become clearer to you once you let go. Stop focusing on the situation for a while. Bring your awareness within. Close your eyes, relax, meditate, surrender, let go. Take a walk in the park, dance, have fun. Do whatever it takes to detach from things for a while, and the solution will become obvious when the time is right. So it's interesting because while we're shifting from, like, if this applies to you in present time, as we're shifting from like Moon Aries to Moon Taurus, it is this energy of like time to get serious, right? Time to get serious about what it is you're excited about and really prioritize those things and do what you got to do to nurture those things and have foundations in place that can really help you sustain investment in those things. Well, this is saying like, just go with the flow. Right? For my earth signs, like, just go with the flow. Don't get caught up in logistics too much and just see what happens. Like, prioritize the things you got to prioritize, but don't fall into that like mental mind trap of I need to do this and I need to do that, and then this has to get done, and then this has to get done, to the point where you are detaching from the excitement of why you're doing something, right? And if something isn't working out as fast as you want it to, that is still okay. That is still okay. You can have movement. It doesn't have to be bullet train movement to success, right? Just flow with things. Flow with things. All right. Fire and water. Who's going first? Fire or water? Fire. Water signs would be last. So fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Oh, very nice fire signs. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Ganesha, the remover and placer of obstacles. This is really nice. Okay, so again, I'm still feeling this need for everyone to kind of take some time to go within and have some quiet time, have some meditation time. But just know that it is very possible to clear any blockages that you have right now. I'm getting it's more about blockages than anything else, not really like physical like obstacles. I'm not really feeling that. I'm not feeling external. Thank you. That's what it is. I'm not feeling external obstacles. I'm feeling more like energetic blockages. Getting a little heart and sacral with that, and throat. Interesting. And throat. So throat, heart, sacral. It could also be other chakras for you guys, but that's just what they're giving me, probably for just like large groups of you guys. Where whatever has been contributing to blocking your energy in those areas, it's time to focus on that. Time to focus on those things and allow a little bit of divine assist to kind of help you remove those blockages. A lot of healing needing to be had there. Yeah, a lot of healing needed to be had. But again, it's only going to happen if you take time for yourself, go within, have some quiet time, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and read that one. Ganesha, one of the most worshipped deities in the Hindu pantheon, has shown up in your reading today as an omen of good fortune. Whatever has thwarted your progress or prevented you from moving forward will soon be resolved. An obstacle is cleared and you're free to move on. Your plans are now able to come to fruition. Know that everything happens for a reason. The blockages you have faced were in fact a blessing in disguise, an act of divine intervention. Timing and circumstances were previously not favored, and your efforts would have only ended up in disappointment and failure. The path is now clear and the timing is right. Your stars are in alignment. Remember, rejection is protection. I feel like, especially for those of you where, no, actually they're saying not just the heart space, because I got pulled to the heart space. I thought something was touching my foot. It was just the curtain. I was like, what is that? Sorry, coming back. I was getting pulled to the heart space, and it's like, oh, okay. So like, if you guys have actually had some like disappointments or heartbreak because you were rejected or something didn't work out, it might be why you're having a heart chakra blockage. But they told me it's not just about the heart space. I was like, okay. But yeah, if something hasn't worked out in the past, that could be contributing to these fears of disappointment or dreams shattered. Time to kind of face those and release that, right? Right. I'm gonna get a little water because my throat's getting tight, and I'm gonna do water signs. And get water from my water signs. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Advice for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Advice for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh. Okay, water signs. All of a sudden I felt like this weird flux of energy go through my face. Like all here. It's like around like the third eye, nasal cavity sort of stuff. Some of you guys might be experiencing some energy fluctuations through that part of your body, or with your third eye. That felt very weird. Intuitive communication. Okay. Okay, water signs. Silent whispers of the heart. Oh, sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communion. Water signs. Getting all mushy on me. This is like massive telepathy. I'm getting a lot of telepathy. Yeah, there's something going on with your third eye. Water signs. Definitely something going on with your third eye. I just like a lot of energy through there, a lot of activity. Again, you could be having a lot of telepathic communication with someone, especially with Sacred Heart being here too. I just heard show your heart. I just heard show your heart. I like just have to be super honest. I am getting that there is significant relationship coming up here, water signs, whether it's one you already have or one that's coming in. It's like I feel a major draw with the heart space, and there's so much activity going on with the third eye. You might be having a lot of dreams of someone, or just again like a lot of telepathic communication, but there's such an opening and such a vulnerability, and I'm getting for some of you it's even activation. Some of you it's activation. You could be getting activated as you meet someone or interact with somebody, but it's a really beautiful energy, water signs, and I really like it. Just pay attention to your third eye. Pay attention to that. Something's definitely going on there. Let's go ahead and read these. I'm also hearing don't fight it. So if you're having telepathy with someone, they're saying don't fight it so hard. Don't fight it so hard. I don't know why you'd want to fight that, but this card confirms you have a natural psychic ability that can be further developed and expanded. But in order to develop this innate gift, you must pay greater attention to your intuition. This can come in many forms. For example, it can be a gut feeling, an unusual or an unexpected thought, or subtle and silent whisper that seems to flow from the heart. Close your eyes and be aware of all you feel around you. The universe is alive. The earth and nature are living energies. Whether you know it or not, there's an aspect of you that is in constant communion with all of creation. You are therefore also in constant communication with everyone and everything. All that you need to expand this wonderful ability is within you. Start to listen to your inner voice and learn to trust your vibes and natural instincts. You are about to discover a whole new way of being, water signs. That is screaming activation to me. Or upgrades or even ascension. Ugh. My throat chakra's not happy. All right. Sacred Heart. Ah, I just lost the page. Hold on. That's where the book just like fell out of my hand. You're entering a period of profound and heartfelt love, a deeply emotional time where you focus on, question, and think about the things that matter to you most. You will find yourself reevaluating your priorities and core values, and this leads you along a path of self-discovery, bringing with it a deepened spiritual connection to the earth, your surroundings, family, friends, and loved ones. Sorry. It's like there's a big motorcycle, like, trend here now. Your passion and appreciation for life are heightened. At times, your emotions overflow to the point of being almost unbearable. Yet this is nothing to fear or be concerned about, for this is a most sacred and precious time through which your loving intentions are both seen and felt by all around you. Your inner light and wisdom illuminates, heals, and inspires. This is a good time for creative writing, or you may feel inclined to draw, paint, or take up a creative pursuit of some kind. Thank the earth and the stars for the many blessings you receive. Wow. Wow, water signs. So yeah, don't fight it. Don't fight it. And again, I do feel like significant relationship here. I do. Present or upcoming. It's technically all present, right? Be open. Be vulnerable. Sit in your gifts. Your gifts or your gifts, right? I mean, so much third eye energy with you. Sit in that, nurture those things, and find a lot of happiness and joy in those things. And that's going to be really good for you during this time. Okay? All right, guys. I hope you guys got a lot out of that. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon. Everything else you need is linked below for your convenience. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share. And have a great night. Namaste.